Good afternoon, folks. Now, this afternoon's topic A, the title is Senior Living Overhaul. Okay, so I'm going to discuss this in a little speech I made for you. Sit back and enjoy. Okay, good afternoon. I'm going to be direct. We are running out of time. The future of aging in America is no longer approaching. It has arrived. It is showing up in our emergency departments, our primary care clinics, our home-based programs, and even and every senior living community we partner with, and the leaders inside those communities are sounding the alarm with increasing force. The system is breaking, and instrumental fixes will not save it. We are past the point of strategic planning. We are in the territory of structural redesign. The human reality we can no longer ignore. If we want to understand the urgency, walk into a senior living community at 6 a.m. You'll see caregivers exhausted, determined starting another shift in a system that asks more of them every month. You'll see nurses triaging residents whose medical complexity rivals that of subacute units. You'll see dining staff improvising nutrition plans because residents' needs change faster than the menu cycle. And you'll see older adults, our parents, our neighbors, our former colleagues, trying to navigate a maze of services that were never built for the realities of modern aging. These aren't isolated moments. They are symptoms of a system under accelerating strain. The demographic surge is here. We have talked about the demographic wave of years, but the wave is no longer theoretical. 10,000 Americans turn 65 every day. 1 in 5 citizens will be an older adult by 2030. The population over 85 will nearly triple by 2060. This is not a future scenario. It is a present day operational crisis. Our models across healthcare, long-term care, and senior living were built for a different era. They cannot stretch any further. And if we do not redesign them now, we will fall under the weight of what's coming. The workforce cliff. The senior living workforce is collapsing under impossible pressure. Turnover exceeds 50%. Vacancy rates force communities to close units or cap admissions. Burnout is driving experienced caregivers out of the field entirely. This is not a staffing inconvenience. It is a structural failure. We cannot build a future of aging on a workforce that is underpaid, undervalued, and exhausted. We cannot expect stability from a labor model that depends on people scaffolding their own, sacrificing their own well-being to sustain the system. We will, if we do not rebuild the workforce now with competitive wages, career ladders, flexible scheduling, and immigration pathways, we will not have a senior living sector left to overhaul. For leaders who want deeper analysis, I can expand on workforce redesign. The middle market is falling through the cracks. The affordability crisis is not abstract. It is happening to millions of older adults who spend their lives working, saving, contributing, and now cannot afford the care they need. Assisted living averages 5,000 to 6,000 a month. Home care can exceed 30 an hour. Long-term insurance is shrinking. The middle markets, the mid, the majority of older adults is aging into a void. If we do not create new financing models, we will continue to serve only the wealthy and the very poor. Everyone else will be left to improvise their own aging, often at greater personal and medical risk. For leaders who want deeper analysis, I can expand on middle market solutions. The new consumer will not wait. Today's older adults are not quietly accepting institutional norms. They are demanding autonomy, transparency, technology, and environments that feel like home, not facilities. They want independence, choice, connection, and purpose. Seamless, seamless, seamless coordination. They are not asking for luxury. They are asking for dignity. They will not wait for a system to catch up. The operating model is breaking down. The senior living executives describe an operating model that is buckling under pressure. Rising labor costs, higher acuity, stagnant reimbursement, outdated service structures, innovation at the margins, flexible staffing, hybrid dining, predictive analysis helps but cannot compensate for structural misalignment. We need a new architecture, not a new program, not a new pilot, a new architecture. For leaders exploring redesign, I can expand on operational model transformation. Why health systems must act now. Health systems cannot afford to treat senior living as an adjacent sector. It is part of our ecosystem. It shapes our admissions, discharges, readmissions, home-based care, palliative care, and community health outcomes. If senior living collapses, healthcare systems will absorb the fallout immediately and at enormous costs. We must lead the overhaul. Not next year, not after another round of strategic planning. Now. That means joint workforce pipelines, integrate geriatric and palliative competencies, shared data platforms, value-based arrangements that reward function, advocacy for federal financing reform, community-based aging hubs that blend medical and social care. This is not optional. It's this it's existential. Aging is not the crisis. Our systems are. Older adults are living longer, striving for independence, and expecting systems that honor their identities. The crisis is not aging itself. The crisis is the mismatch between their needs and the infrastructure meant to support them. Senior living leaders are urging overhaul because they see the cliff ahead. They see the demographic surge. They see the workforce collapse. They see the affordability chasm. They see the expectations of a generation that refuses to age quietly. The question is no longer whether the system will change. The question is whether we will change it fast enough. We are standing at the threshold moment. The decisions we make now will determine whether aging in America becomes a story of dignity or a story of preventable harm. Senior living leaders are calling for overhaul. Health systems must answer that call with urgency, clarity, and courage. Because aging is not a crisis, but our future to act will be. Thank you.